I'm Jennifer Sanesi, and I'm joined by our food editor, Caro, for our hashtag Wine Wednesdays show. Today we'll be tasting a Bos Merlot. Now, Caro, this is very interesting because it's made in vintage, right? Or is it?
It's a maiden.
A maiden vintage.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
A maiden vintage is your first vintage. Mm-hmm. So it's really interesting because Merlot's got a bit of a bad rap in the past. It's had it can be quite a harsh flavor. So what Bos has done, they've taken fruit Merlot grapes from Wellington, the best that they could find, and they've made this maiden vintage, which is their first vintage of Merlot. So it's their first Merlot that they've made. I think it's really delicious. It's got a lot of berry notes. It's very juicy. And it's a different flavor. You know, if you're used to Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot is something that people kind of need to get used to.
Yeah.
But as a red wine goes, I think people will like this one.
Well, let's take a smell.
Have a smell.
You jumped the gun on me. I wasn't going to have a taste. But we did have a taste. Now, what do you think?
I think it's really easy drinking, actually. I think it's got that juiciness. I think it's got a lot of berries. I think it's got a bit of spice to it, dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Can you get a bit of dark chocolate? It's got that lighter feel to it. It's not as heavy as a Cabernet Sauvignon at all. But at the same time, it's got this beautiful, rich, dark color.
It looks beautiful in the glass. Right?
Very ruby red. And will be a very good wine to drink with food.
Okay, now what would you pair this with?
Now this I've paired with a tomato-based lamb stew. It's a lamb knuckle stew. So it's a slow cook and very easy to make because you get your lamb knuckles, lots of onions, celery, carrots, lots of wine, lots of stock, herbs, rosemary, garlic, and let it just go for about 3 to 4 hours. And this wine will be absolutely divine with it.
Well, to get Caro's very own lamb knuckles and tomatoes and wine recipe, you can click on the link in the description of this video. And to try this Merlot, which I absolutely love, you can get it at the cellar door at Bos for 65 Rand or most wine shops. We'll see you next week for our hashtag Wine Wednesdays.